Donald Trump and Elon Musk, power, failure, and the chaos of 2025. Two of the most controversial figures of our time. Donald Trump, a billionaire real estate mogul turned U.S. president, and Elon Musk, the eccentric tech genius who revolutionized multiple industries. Their names are synonymous with power, disruption, and, yes, failure. But in 2025, their ambitions collided in a way no one could have predicted. This is the story of how Trump and Musk reshaped America, for better or worse. Act 1. Early Life and Aspirations. Donald Trump. Born into wealth in Queens, New York, Trump was groomed for business by his father, Fred Trump. He attended military school and later the Wharton School of Business, where he developed his aggressive business strategies. Elon Musk. A South African-born prodigy, Musk was fascinated by technology from a young age. He taught himself programming, sold his first video game at 12, and later moved to the U.S. to attend the University of Pennsylvania before venturing into tech startups. Act 2. The Rise and Early Failures. Donald Trump. From inheriting a real estate empire to multiple bankruptcies, Trump's business acumen was always questioned, from the collapse of Trump Airlines to the failure of Trump University and Trump Steaks. Elon Musk, a brilliant yet unpredictable entrepreneur. Musk helped build PayPal, but was ousted. He nearly bankrupted Tesla multiple times and saw SpaceX suffer multiple launch failures. His ambitious projects often blurred the line between genius and recklessness. Act 3. Political and Corporate Dominance. Trump's presidency 2016-2020. His administration was marked by economic highs and lows, impeachment trials, and the controversial handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Musk's expanding empire. Despite setbacks, Musk cemented himself as a tech visionary, pushing Tesla into global markets, launching Starlink, and taking over Twitter X in a controversial free speech campaign. Act 4. The Power Play of 2025. The creation of Doge. Trump appointed Musk to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, tasked with cutting waste and modernizing federal systems. Cutting the federal workforce. Thousands of government employees were laid off as Musk implemented radical efficiency policies. Access to Treasury and USAID. Concerns grew as Musk's team gained unprecedented access to classified financial data and aid programs, leading to accusations of overreach. Act 5. Backlash and Public Uprising. Reinstating the transgender military ban, a controversial move that sparked nationwide protests. Budget cuts and lawsuits. The Department of Education and Pentagon faced extreme budget reductions, leading to public outcry and court interventions. Political rift. Despite working together, Musk and Trump began feuding, especially over a $500 billion AI project. Act 6. The Fall and Uncertain Future. Musk's controversial gesture, a salute during Trump's inauguration that led to accusations of extremism. Legal challenges. Lawsuits flooded in as watchdogs investigated government overreach. Future in question. Will Musk's reforms hold? Will Trump face impeachment again? The battle for power continues. Two men, two legacies, and one chaotic chapter in American history. Their story isn't over yet, but one thing is clear: power, no matter how great, always comes at a cost. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Donald Trump, re-elected as President of the United States, inaugurated on January 20th, 2025. Elon Musk, appointed by President Trump to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a temporary organization established to streamline federal operations. Key actions since January 2025. Establishment of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Creation and purpose. On January 20th, 2025, President Trump issued an executive order establishing DOGE, with Elon Musk appointed as its head. The department's stated goal is to modernize federal technology and software to maximize governmental efficiency and productivity. Initial steps. Musk's team took control of the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, implementing measures to reduce the federal workforce, including offering deferred resignation programs to employees, access to federal systems, Treasury Department. Musk's team was granted access to the U.S. Treasury's federal payment system, which manages disbursements totaling $5.4 trillion annually. This move raised concerns about potential misuse of sensitive financial data and personal information of American taxpayers. USAID intervention. DOGE persons the
tariff. One of the things I'm going to do, I'll give you this as a little insight. I just announced it in Pittsburgh. I didn't think it's become a very big story already. So we're going to tell Mexico, you're killing tremendous numbers of our people by allowing China to send their fentanyl through your system and through your country. And we're going to give them a little period of time. But we don't want drugs coming across our border or any border. And whether it's Mexico or Canada or wherever, because they're starting now in Canada, they're starting to go up north. But whether it's Mexico or Canada, we're going to explain to them quickly that if you allow fentanyl and these drugs to come through your country, we're going to charge you.
Conclusion. Since January 2025, President Trump and Elon Musk have initiated substantial changes within the federal government, aiming to enhance efficiency and implement their policy vision. These actions have sparked widespread debate, legal challenges, and public protests, reflecting deep divisions in public opinion regarding the direction of U.S. governance. Trump's family immigration background. Grandfather Friedrich Trump. Born in Germany, Friedrich Trump immigrated to the U.S. in 1885 at the age of 16 to avoid mandatory military service. He worked as a barber before making a fortune during the Klondike Gold Rush. He later attempted to return to Germany, but was denied re-entry due to his draft evasion. Mother Mary Ann MacLeod Trump. Born in Scotland, Mary Ann immigrated to the U.S. in 1930, working as a domestic servant before marrying Fred Trump. Wives Ivana Trump and Melania Trump. Ivana Trump, Donald's first wife, was born in Czechoslovakia and became a U.S. citizen in 1988. Melania Trump, the former First Lady, was born in Slovenia and obtained a green card through an Einstein visa, EB-1, for individuals with extraordinary ability before becoming a citizen in 2006. Trump's immigration policies as President 2017-2021. 1. The Travel Ban 2017. Banned travelers from several Muslim-majority countries, sparking international backlash. 2. Family Separation Policy 2018. Under a zero-tolerance policy, Migrant children were separated from parents at the U.S.-Mexico border, leading to a humanitarian crisis. 3. The border wall. Promised to build a wall along the southern border, but only 52 miles of new primary barrier were built during his presidency. 4. DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Attempted to end DACA, which protects undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children, but was blocked by the Supreme Court. 5. Public Charge Rule. Made it harder for immigrants to get green cards if they used public benefits like Medicaid or food stamps. 6. Immigration raids and ICE crackdowns. Increased deportations and workplace raids by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. In 2025, during his second term, President Donald Trump implemented a series of aggressive immigration policies aimed at intensifying enforcement and restricting both legal and illegal immigration. Here's an overview of the key actions taken. Executive orders and policy changes. Ending birthright citizenship. On January 20, 2025, President Trump signed Executive Order 14,160, titled Protecting the Meaning and Value of American Citizenship, which sought to end birthright citizenship for children born in the U.S. to non-citizens. This order reinterpreted the 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause. However, it faced immediate legal challenges, and multiple federal judges issued preliminary injunctions blocking its implementation. Mass deportation initiatives. The administration launched extensive deportation operations, with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, conducting over 1,000 daily arrests within the first week of the term. The focus was on individuals in sanctuary cities and those on pre-existing target lists of criminals. Legislative actions. Laken-Riley Act, signed into law on January 29, 2025. This act mandates the detention of undocumented immigrants charged with theft-related crimes, assaulting law enforcement officers, or offenses resulting in death or serious bodily. It also empowers states to sue the Department of Homeland Security for lapses in immigration enforcement. Enforcement and collaboration with local authorities. Program expansion. The administration expanded the 287G program, enlisting local law enforcement agencies to assist in federal immigration enforcement. While some jurisdictions embraced this collaboration, others raised concerns about potential racial profiling and the erosion of trust between immigrant communities and police. Sanctuary jurisdictions. The Department of Justice filed lawsuits against states and cities, such as Illinois and Chicago, alleging that their sanctuary policies unlawfully obstruct federal immigration enforcement efforts. These legal battles highlighted the tension between federal authority and local governance. Public reaction. The stringent immigration measures led to widespread fear within immigrant communities, adversely affecting small businesses and local economies. Reports indicated a decline in consumer spending among Latino populations and increased anxiety over potential deportations. Is Trump the right thing for America?
You mean to tell me A man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
When we open up the Senate every single morning, we don't pledge allegiance to the billionaires. We don't pledge allegiance to Elon Musk. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America. And so I want to make sure that my mother gets her Social Security check, not because she pledges allegiance to Elon, but because she pledges allegiance to the United States of America.
This is the most corrupt bargain we've ever seen in American history. Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump, and Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends and his cronies. Are we going to let that stand? Hell no, we're not going to let that stand.
We know who we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your ass. And we are going to make sure, you understand what democracy looks like. And this ain't it.
It's been called the largest massive deportation operation in history. What more do we know, and how long will this process take?
Yeah, the Trump administration has started flying out immigrants who entered the United States illegally, a concerted effort by the administration to highlight one of Donald Trump's campaign pledges that he would clamp down on this illegal immigration. We've seen images shared by the White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, on social media, showing individuals literally in handcuffs boarding military planes. In the tweet or on the post on X, she says that deportation flights have begun. President Trump, she says, is sending a strong and clear message to the entire world that if they do try to enter the United States of America illegally, then they will face severe consequences. Part of Donald Trump's plan, but also, as I say, a concerted effort to publicize this widely and to speak, as they have done, about the raids that they want to see take place in various American cities: Boston, Denver, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Seattle, Miami, Washington, D.C. I will just add that arresting hundreds of people in this fashion is not actually unprecedented. You know, that figure is in line with the sort of statistics that come out from Donald Trump's predecessors. It is just the manner in which they are publicizing this in this fashion on social media. Not just this, but other of Donald Trump's vast array of measures that he's trying to implement vis-a-vis immigration. They are likely to face legal, economic, logistical, maybe even moral challenges. But the message from the White House to officials or politicians or lawyers that try to stand in Donald Trump's way is that the Justice Department will investigate them if there are any attempts to block these new immigration laws. So Mr. Trump trying to force through his policies on this issue in the face of opposition.